What's up, TikTok? Happy Monday to all of you guys. Hey, so if you're a new telesales agent working final expense over the telephone, or you're new to the industry and you're, starting to see the light in that you need leads in order to make money doing this, well, this video is for you. I've been selling over the telephone for over a decade. I was probably one of the first guys out there pushing it. When everybody else hated it, I was out there pushing telesales. And now I'm just happy to see when you search on YouTube for final expense telesales to see just how many experts and people that are having success are on promoting it like never before. So now here you are. You're sold on the idea of selling from home. You understand you need leads in order to have success. And everybody out there today is selling leads, or they have access to leads. But what do? You're already working through the company that hired you and their lead sources, but maybe you're not having quite success. Maybe you're struggling. What do? How do you go about navigating this process of leads? Because today in age, you type in final expense leads, whether you're Googling it or you check it out on YouTube, and you're going to get a bunch of people out there selling leads, or you're going to get some folks that will show you how to generate your own leads. Either way, it's out there. And if you realize that a lead-driven business is going to be the best fit for you in order to grow your business, then listen up. I'm going to talk to you guys about the different lead sources out there and the good and the bad of each one. And hopefully that will help you determine really where to place your money, because you're buying leads and you want to grow your final expense business. Well, let's see the type of leads that are available to people today. Well, we got Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, television, radio. These are platforms that right now we have available where we can generate leads. And chances are you've seen advertisers pushing final expense, whether if they're banners or they're, commercials. That's where we're generating leads from. And you sell final expense over the telephone. So which is going to be the best source for you? Well, I'll tell you right now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what source that you're buying your leads from, whether you're focused on buying Facebook leads, or you like the YouTube leads, or you like pushing Google ads with your landing page. Bottom line, they are of people that are interested in talking to you and me about final expense. Now, certain Facebook leads can be anywhere from $20 to $25, depending on the volume. YouTube leads, roughly around the same. Television leads, can cost anywhere from $45 to $75. But you see, here's the difference. When you buy those lead sources, regardless of the lead source, now it's up to you to not just pay for those leads. So for example, if you purchase 50 Facebook leads at $25 each, that's $1,250. So you got to pay $1,250 for those 50 Facebook leads that came in real time. The person filled out the form. Now they're interested. This is what I want you to think about, is that yes, you just invested $1,250 on Facebook leads for 50. Now you receive those leads on a Google Sheet and you start dialing. Let's say tomorrow you start dialing. Well, in a perfect world, and I want you to be ready for this, you're going to come across some numbers that are fake because there's a lot of fake profiles on Facebook. So those will probably become replaceable. You will make phone calls to people that do not pick up the phone on the first time that you call them. In fact, myself, I've encountered that over 50% of people, even on fresh leads, do not pick up the phone the first time that I pick up and start dialing. Well, that is something to really consider. Because if 50% of the people do not pick up the phone, then that means that you have to have more people to talk to make up for the people that don't pick up. How do you fill that time in? Whether if you have old leads, you can fill in the time with that. You got existing customers, you can do follow-up. Or you're forced to buy more leads, especially up front, in order to have the activity to justify the cost. And that is the fact. A lot of telesales agents aren't really thinking about how many leads they need up front, and you need to be front heavy, especially if you're doing outbound. All of that time costs money. So yes, you're paying less money for the lead source, but you're paying for it because you're chasing people. And then on top of this, guys, if you don't have a strong strategy of follow-up where you're leaving voicemails, text messaging, video calls, it's only going to hurt you in terms of your profitability. That is something to think about. So again, if you're going to use an outbound lead source, buy more up front, commit to working every single lead, and follow up until you make that deal happen. Then it takes me to what I recommend you. If you're trained, you know how to sell, you know how to close, then I recommend that you either consider a live transfer or a inbound. Live transfer is of the same leads that you just purchased, but the marketing team only charges you when they transfer you that person that's ready to talk to you today. Problem with that is that it could have been a week or two since the original point of interest. If they would have purchased already or maybe lost the interest, then that is the bad side of a live transfer. But you pay a little bit more money, and instead of chasing people, now you're pitching people. But finally, it takes me to an inbound. For years, I've loved inbounds, but they've been very expensive. An inbound is of that person that's searching for final expense right now. And right now, whether they're on my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, television, radio, they're taking action and calling me right now. And let me tell you what, that's the best time to close somebody, and that is at the point of interest, at the highest point of their interest, and it's at that point, the inbound. The inbound is going to be more expensive, but if you really think about it, it's cheaper because you're not chasing people. People are calling you. And I promise you this, if your sales skills are there and your closing abilities are there, you're going to close a high percentage of these. 40 to 60% is what we see from agents that know what they're doing. So again, if you're watching this, give me a call. I hope this video helped you. Time is money, but also you got to be proactive and you got to put it down. Follow up, follow up, follow up. But if you can afford a lead source, you can definitely afford a inbound. Try them out today. Peace.